Hello, I'm Sarah of Communication Liberation. At the moment, some friends of mine are building a house, and well, it's a log cabin actually, but pretty much like a house. And yeah, there's been so much work going into obviously laying the foundations and then working up from there. And what it's got me thinking about is a different image, the image of a house of cards. And I think of this when people come to me and say that they just want to be given a speech technique. That's all that they're interested in. And this is an understandable perspective to be coming from, but this image of the house of cards comes to mind where, I don't know if you ever tried to build one, but it's very effortful kind of work where you're having to concentrate very hard, but the trouble is that there's always that fear that it's going to blow over so easily. And I think that focusing on speech techniques alone initially is a bit like this. It's unlikely to lead to sustainable change in my experience and in the experience of many other therapists. But this feels like breaking bad news to people when they first come, saying, look, I'm sorry, there's no quick fix. And why is this? Well, because stammering is such a complex difficulty, and we've come a long way in terms of research into the cause and treatment, but so far there is no single, simple, definitive cause or cure that have been identified. So we're left with a much more complex kind of picture, and this is one of the reasons that the image of the iceberg is sometimes used for stammering therapy. The idea of the tip of the iceberg being what's visible aspects of stammering, such as tension in the body and fluent or disfluent speech, and then what lies beneath the surface are all the more invisible aspects of stammering, so values, attitudes, beliefs, thoughts, feelings, behaviour, like avoidance behaviour, all of that sort of thing beneath the surface, forming the larger part of the iceberg. And so if you just come in at the top, then you're missing what is kind of holding all of that up, and that's the part that sinks the ship. So it does seem to be necessary to look at it. The exciting thing about this is that working at this deeper level with people, it's possible for change to go beyond easier, less effortful speech. And of course that's important, the easier, less effortful speech, but what I keep seeing is that this change can go beyond that into personal transformation at a much more profound level, and that's really exciting to witness. It's going back to the idea of the house. It's like a palace rather than a house of cards. So I hope that this has been helpful to you in some way, and there are more videos at on my website, communicationliberation.co.uk, and also on my Facebook page, Communication Liberation. So I look forward to seeing you over there. Bye for now.